Hello, HeavyMachineGun here on the Sage channel, and today I'm going to do a little tour of the ship you might have seen in yesterday's video of, well, our sort of combat thing we did. Now, as you might have heard in that video, the whole idea of this ship was, well, basically, we had two rules. You had to have two of these nice little railgun things, and you had to have two of these autocannons. And then the second rule, that was just the weapons rule, was that it couldn't be any larger than this ship. In fact, the idea was you should build something around the size of this normal bog standard red ship. So I built a little T-junction here across things, sort of say, okay, I can't go any bigger than that. And then I said, okay, let's start with the weapons. So I stuck the weapons in the front and said, okay, well, it's supposed to be a big ship, but you know what? If it's only one person crewing it, there's no need for a big, huge thing. Let's stick a cockpit right at the front. That way I can aim them really well and build back from there. And of course we were also using these new blocks over here. I call them new. They're a mod. They're very, very useful. If we were to go ahead and look down here, you can see them all. Very nice. They should be listed in the description on how to get this. Bunches of slanted bits. I put them all out there to try to understand them better, but you can see I was building with them to slant everything back. And you might notice that this doesn't quite look like the ship from the video. That's because this is my first design here, and I originally just had two large industrial thrusters stuck at the back, and this sort of slanted down thing that I kind of liked at the back. I was pretty happy with it, but it's very, very slow. So I went on from that design and actually ended up altering it a little bit up here. As you can see, I started having all these bumpy outy bits, changing up the back a lot, and then sticking in two more engines. And that actually got it up to the speed that we saw pretty much in the video. And I think this one up here is pretty much the same thing, just with a few things maybe named and swapped about a little bit. As you can see from the back here, we got these little pointy bits I was talking about. On this version here, I actually made them longer. That way the whole thing looks more streamlined. And of course the ship is named the Droplet because it sort of from above looks like a water droplet. Actually ends up looking a bit more like a water droplet though on the original versions there, or especially this one here when I first originally named it. But as you can see, it ended up being a bit more streamlined and longer than originally. Anyway though, that's this ship's exterior. You can see I got a lot of interesting things I was able to do thanks to those new slanted blocks that are modded in, like this here, something you usually can't do, just having this big thing come up and then go right back down to have a nice little cut in there. A lot of impressive stuff. The long ramps allowing you to have a nice long ramp there. Very nice. I love it. And the fact that you can do like cut-ins like this and have things bump out gently, and it's very nice. Even simple things like this where you have it just this part sticking out farther, as if somebody just selected the triangular face right there, or almost diamond face when this was just level with these two planes right there and just extracted it backwards further to give it more of a jetting out thing. It's no more of a point. I very much love it. I love the fact that I was able to stick these engines in here like this and then have it just come up to that single little line right there. It's very nice. Now, the inside of this ship, which I'll go ahead and show you guys as well, and I'm going to do that by just selecting this bit here and just deleting a big face right there. That'll get rid of some of the top stuff. You can see the engine is exposed. You can see some piping that had come up to that connector we had there, so we could have refueled it, because this is a survival ready ship, as most ships I build are. Cut away a little bit more, and you can see we've now chopped onto the inside of it, and you see we had a bunch of gyroscopes that were attached to that panel we just removed. This pipe was the one leading up to that connector. As we fly into here, we can see that we have four large reactors that were stuck in here, and they're all connected through the center junction pipe. At the back, we have two large cargo containers, one right behind the other. If I delete this, you can definitely see. So they're both connected just between each other, no piping. And then if we were to move forward past the large reactors, by the way, we do have more gyroscopes down at the bottom, so this ship had quite a few in it. We come to this junction here, where you can see we have it's splitting to go to the two large railguns, and then these pipes here shoot out forward to connect to these little stinkers here. What were they called again? Yes, the AutoCannons. Pretty damn nice stuff. Anyway, that's the ship. I'm pretty happy with it. Its slowing speed, as I'm sure you noticed, was appalling, because we just had these tiny little thrusters right here to stop it. I believe we had a total of 6 of them, so 2 on that side, 2 on the other, and 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Not exactly brilliant when you have those huge thrusters at the back. We're probably going to be doing another battle, hopefully with phasers instead of just guns this time. And I'll build a different ship for that one. That'll probably be bigger, but still within the original size limit. Hopefully we'll get that battle done sometime within the next week. Looking forward to that one though, and of course building a bigger ship. Because I surprised myself at how small this one ended up turning out to be. Anyway guys, that's this ship. Pretty cool. Should be up on the Steam Workshop as a blueprint relatively soon, if not already when you're watching this. And again, I should have a listing of these mods down there in the description too. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Oh, and by the way, if you would like to see this ship actually in combat, annotation should be on the screen, top left, so you can actually go ahead and see the battle we had. It's pretty fun. See you guys.